Many passengers traveling through the nation's terminals, especially the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos and any other international terminal, sometimes do not have pleasant experiences. From the policeman manning the departure entrance, demanding for money for no reason, to the custom officer asking passengers to part with something for him or her on an inward journey, the list can be endless. This activity is described as low-level corruption, gives a bad impression of the country, and so tackling this heads-on is necessary if our national image must become better. That's our subject on this edition of the program. Welcome to Aviation This Week on Channels Television. I'm Bukola Joketumbi, and so glad you could join us.
Any major airport has lots of customers, most of them passengers. The Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos handles nearly 10 million passengers a year. Moving those people to their ultimate destinations requires 22 international airlines, which collectively make up the airport's daily arrivals and departures. Traveling through the Lagos airport can be hectic sometimes. First, the advent of terrorism in Nigeria has called for increased security, so police officers are stationed at the departure and arrival gates of the airport. This is a challenge an average passenger meets on arrival. From 4:30 p.m., when many international airlines begin to check in passengers, long queues usually build up at the two available entrances to the departures. Owing to new security threats, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria (FAN) installed X-ray machines at the entrances to check passengers' luggage, a process adopted by many countries that face this situation. But what is different in Nigeria is that the queuing process is chaotic and disorganized. Prompting passengers to jostle among themselves in their struggle to push in their bags to the X-ray machines. This has become another money-making avenue for the security operatives that man the gates. Some passengers who don't wish to join the queue settle these security personnel to be given priority attention as they are allowed to jump the queue, which sometimes can be as long as 15 meters. Some of the passengers even pay to skip screening of their luggage. Two, when you take your luggage in for physical search by security operatives, they also brazenly ask for money. At the immigration screening point, officers can hold back your passport even when you have met all the conditions to travel until you cooperate. The custom officers are also not innocent. Curbing this activity tagged low-level corruption is critical because it is not just about money exchanging hands, but includes anything that disrupts due process, which has been the major roadblock to economic prosperity of the nation. Statistics show that the South Africa Airport Authority before now had generated $21 million with 2,225 employees, while Nigeria generates $28 million with 5,255 employees. The South Africa industry contributes 2.1% to the GDP, which is about 5.1 billion naira a year. The giant of Africa, Nigeria, contributes 0.4% to the GDP. And with the Transparency International Corruption Perspective Index 2014 showing the top 10 countries least affected by corruption as Denmark, New Zealand, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, Singapore, Netherlands, Luxembourg, and Canada, there is a need to create an enabling atmosphere both for Nigerians and foreigners going through our air borders. To tackle this monster headlong, in late December 2014, the Aviation Ministry partnered the Independent and Corrupt Practices Commission. Many months later, top officials of the ICPC and the aviation industry are back to strategize over a risk assessment exercise to be conducted in two major airports in Lagos and Abuja. The Permanent Secretary of the Aviation Ministry speaks on the essence of the exercise.
In this assignment, I wish to reiterate the Ministry's total support and commitment to its success while imploring sister agencies at our airports to do the same. In the areas of infrastructure, we expect the remodeling program at the airport, Kano, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Lagos to be completed by the end of the first quarter of 2016. A passenger came to Nigeria through Murtala Mohammed Airport and confirmed to a friend that from the moment he disembarked from the airport until he exited the last gate of the airport, what he receives from officers of various agencies were courtesies. You are welcome, sir. Did you have a safe flight? This one. So you can see the ethical value, professional values, they are already being entrenched into our officers.
For the Airport Authority, this exercise means a lot to the system.
Everybody that is working at the airport have particular processes and procedures that are put in place for you to follow so that you can achieve the best. Now, if you deviate from that, if you do anything that is not in line with the processes and procedures, is corruption. And we have a team also at the airport, and this team go out always to look out for bad practices, if I may call it that. And ICPC also have a covert and overt team going around to look at what is happening. They can make on-the-spot arrests and deal with the person. So even that alone, it sends a signal to all the workers at the airport that look, somebody is watching over your shoulder and what you're doing. So this has gone a long way in addressing some of the bad practices.
Since airports remain important gateways to the country, reducing corruption to the barest minimum will boost the image of the country.